Well, hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am a few minutes early because I was looking at my wrong clock. That is actually on the wrong time. But you know what? As they say, better early than late. So before I dive in to my big do, let me just make sure I'm where I need to be. I am streaming on three different platforms as usual. I am on Twitter. So let's just make sure I am where I'm saying I'm supposed to be. And there I am right on Twitter. Perfect. So for those of you who are watching on Twitter, please let me know by saying hi. You can leave comments there. And I'm going to go and check on my YouTube channel, make sure I'm there as well. And I believe I am. How beautiful is that? I'm going to go and check. Let's eliminate the echoes. All right. So if you are watching on the YouTube page, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so you know when I do go live. And I'm going to finish off and land on my Facebook page, on my group that is, on Expand Your Intuition, and make sure I'm where I need to be there too, and I am. So I want to give a big shout out to say hello to Jamie, and then we also have, oh my goodness, there's a whole bunch of you here tonight. Susan, and or maybe there's just two of you with really, really long names like mine. So hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Quick introduction. I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck. Super excited to be here tonight. Today is, so you know that you're in the right place, this is Expand Your Intuition Card Reveal. Now, hopefully you've had an opportunity to go check out the card spread and choose a card. There were 3 cards in the card spread, and if you had a chance to choose a card, please put in the comments, and I'm speaking specifically to those who follow me on Facebook. Put your number of the card that you chose, 1, 2, or 3. I'll actually show the cards again for those of you who are watching on Twitter and also YouTube, where you can place your number in the comments. So this way here, when I start to read the card, provide insight and inspiration, and of course my intuition, I will be speaking directly to you. So our very first card, our second card, and you might be asking yourself, on the first and second card, they look alike. Yes, they do, but the opposite side of it is definitely not the same thing, I promise you. And then the third card. Okay, so now that you know the cards, 1 to 3, hello, Anthony, how are you? Go ahead and put your number that you've chosen from the card spread, 1, 2, or 3, in the comments. So when I start to provide this insight, intuition, and inspiration, I'll be speaking directly to you. My goal is to make sure I keep this under an hour. And sometimes I do get carried away. So sometimes we do go for a straight hour. But my goal is to keep this under an hour. Now, in case you're not sure, every Wednesday night or early Thursday morning, I place the card spread on the actual Facebook group. And you have all day to go and choose one card. And then Thursday night, just as I am here now, usually about 9 p.m. Eastern time. Sometimes I come on a little earlier. Sometimes I come on a little later, depending on what's going on in my day. But I come here and I share the insight with you. And the whole purpose of this is to help you release issues from your tissues as you release emotional weight so you can fall in love with yourself. Now, in case you are new to this whole group, how the cards work. There are 3 elements on each card. The 3 elements include a color, which is associated with your chakra system, a number that's going to provide a hidden message and also give you some insight on astrology. And then there's an affirmation that's going to help you raise your vibration and also add to your story of your journey. So we're going to get this party started. And as you come in, remember to say hi. I am definitely checking in on my Facebook page, and those who are tuning in from the YouTube channel or Twitter, I will definitely come back later and respond to those comments. So let's get going. So our very first card, if you've chosen the first card, It is domestic harmony. So that is the affirmation, domestic harmony. When we think about domestic harmony, ideally, it's about bringing more harmony in the household, into your home, in where you live, the people who live under the same roof as you. And when we think about the chakra here that needs to be worked on, it's the throat chakra. How we communicate, but even importantly, how we listen. Are we paying attention to listening to the people we live with? Or are we looking just to talk, but not hear what the other person has to say? So this may very well be a message for you to take time, especially because Mercury, one of our amazing planets, happens to be in retrograde in Aquarius energy right now, which gives us a time to sort of reboot, reflect, and review on how we do communicate and listen as well. So if you've chosen this card tonight, this is your reminder to pay attention to what the other people in your household is actually saying, and also do more listening as opposed to speaking, and know when to actually speak, know when to share your thoughts, and know when to listen. The number 22, when we talk about numerology, is a master number. So this is really about building a new foundation in your household of how you communicate. If all parties in your household learned how to really pay attention to what the other person's saying, and perhaps not even saying, sometimes body language says a lot. So if you can learn how to really connect with your peoples in your home, energetically, spiritually speaking, there could be a lot of domestic harmony going on. So that 22 is really about building a new foundation in your home, and that foundation that you're building is about communication. Now, when we think about 22, the meaning of it in numerology based on the single digit is a 4. Now, that 4 energy means building a foundation, but building a foundation that requires balance. And balance is about listening and speaking in a balanced way. So it's not just always about having to say, as it can be about listen. And then there's also stability that comes in when you do bring more balance into your household. Now, there's this word called patience, that sometimes we need to endure some patience while we are learning how to communicate with each other. If we are learning how to be a better communicator with your household, it's going to take a little bit of patience of learning how the other person speaks. Now, there's this term called the love language in regards to getting to know how each person in your household, even if it's not an intimate relationship, what is their love language? How do they express love? How do they express compassion? How do they express kindness? How do they express forgiveness? Learn that love language with every person in your home, and then you will definitely have domestic harmony. Now, when you think about the number 4 in astrology, it's the 4th house energy, which is associated with Cancer. Now, that makes me really excited. Why? Well, we just recently came from this amazing full moon this past weekend in Cancer energy. This full moon in Cancer energy really set the vibration going forward for everything we are looking to manifest, specifically because of the time the full moon rotated into Cancer, and that was at 11:11 a.m. East, 11:11 a.m. So therefore, from what I understand, it's the first time in a really long time that any full moon rotated into a specific zodiac sign at that time, which is why it made that full moon so potent for all of us. Now, when we think about Cancer energy in astrology, it really is about the home, the family, nurturing, and taking care of the home. But it's also associated with your mother. There's the connection you have with your mother, the connection you have with yourself as a mother. How do you mother the people in your household? Whether you're male or female, we all have motherly instincts, or at least we may have motherly instincts. I'm sure at one point or another, every one of us had a time where we nurtured something. So that's your motherly instinct. So that could very well be showing up as well, or perhaps you need to evaluate it. So if you chose the first card, that's what that's all about. It's about your home, nurturing, healing. How do you see yourself as a mother? How do you see your mother? How are you a nurturer? And building that foundation around communication, around expressing yourself, but also listening as well. The two together brings amazing balance into play. and really learning everyone's love language in the household, even if they are not your intimate partner. If you can learn how your son or daughter or mother or dad or grandparents or children express themselves through love, through their love language, that communication is going to get so much more powerful than if you just went off the everyday norm, if that makes sense. So let me know if you've chosen that first card, how that's resonating with you. Does it resonate? And really, really more important, it's very important this week from today right through next Thursday to really work on the throat chakra. One of the ways you could do is exactly how I'm doing, is place a turquoise crystal very close to your throat so the throat chakra can get activated so you'll be able to express yourself. Okay, so that's the very first card. All right, so we're moving into card number 2. I'm just checking to see if anybody else has come in. Hello, CJ Ives. I am honored that you were here with me. Aren't you supposed to be sleeping right now? So again, for those of you who are pumping in, just jumping in, please go ahead and write the card number that you've chosen in the comments so I know which card you did choose. And if you did not get a chance to choose a card, no worries. Hang around, stay with me, and once I've read all 3 cards, then you can let me know which card resonated with you. I usually like to say that at the end of this, all the cards do come together and tell a story. So let's see how this will take place in that order. So we're moving into card number 2. So if you've chosen card number 2, I just want to show you, card number 1 and 2, the back look the same, but the front's very different. So here's card number 2. If you've chosen card number 2, it's in reverse. Now, let's start off with what does reverse cards mean. Reverse cards mean 2 things. A, you need to pay attention to the message. And B, you definitely want to work on that chakra. That chakra is the green chakra, which is associated with the heart of healing. Now, the message here is about a Reiki treatment. So for those of you who have chosen the second card, please go ahead and redeem your Reiki treatment. Your first Reiki treatment is a 10-minute Reiki treatment complimentary session, 10-minute Reiki treatment. So go ahead, if you chose the second card, this is only for those who chose the second card, you'll get to redeem a 10-minute Reiki treatment. And to do that, you must message me. And if you're watching this through Twitter and you happen to have chosen a second card when I show them, please email to healingwithin76@gmail.com. You must redeem your 10-minute complimentary session within 24 hours. Doesn't mean you have to have the session right away, but you do need to schedule it within 24 hours. So you can have that session within this week, from this Thursday on to next Thursday. After this week, it's done. All right, so we have Rachel who said she chose card number 2. So Rachel, if you're hearing me, you're still with me, must redeem your 10-minute complimentary Reiki session by messaging me within 24 hours. So that's the affirmation. That is the affirmation. Reiki treatments, which means theoretically our energy needs some healing for those who chose the second card. The number 00 in numerology, what that means is potential and choices. Now, when one or more of your chakras are sluggish, stuck, or even blocked, that will create a blockage in your external world as well. So if things are not flowing the way you think they should be flowing, there could be a possibility that one or more of your chakras need your attention. So please pay attention to what's going on in your external world, and please come back within to check on yourself to see where you need energy clearing. And if you do, and you're not sure how to do that, that's where you connect with me for, because I will help you. All right, so that's our second card, which is in reverse. So anyone who's chosen card number 2, redeem your 10-minute complimentary Reiki treatment. And you must do that within 24 hours. And you don't have to have it within 24 hours. You just need to schedule it within 24 hours. All righty. You can email or message either way. The email is strolling across the board, healingwithin76@gmail.com. All right, we're going to move on to card number 3. So if you've chosen card number 3, this is card number 3. And this one's also in reverse. Again, reverse cards mean pay attention to the message, and you must work on the chakra here. The chakra is the root chakra, the red, located right at the tailbone. The root chakra is associated with feeling protected, supported, grounded, and being able to be more focused. When you are not grounded, you're not productive. When you're not productive, it means you can't focus. So it causes you to get very fearful. So it's really important to ground yourself, root your energy, get connected with earth, or however which way you ground your energy. That could be through painting, through writing, to taking a shower, anything where you get connected and get more grounded and supported. The affirmation is freedom. So if you are looking to be free from something, you do need to be grounded so you can make really, really good decisions. Now, the number here is 14. So let's break this down. The 1 is all about a new way of doing something. A new way of doing something. So if you want freedom, you have to do something extremely different than you've ever done before in order to have freedom. Otherwise, if you're expecting freedom by doing the same thing you do every day, it's not going to work that way. When we think about that number 1 energy in astrology, it's associated with the first house, which is Aries energy, which is about self. This is all about how you see yourself. Now let's talk about that 4, which we spoke about before. All right, so 4 again is that balance, the foundation that you want to build so you can have the freedom, whether it's the freedom in your home, the freedom with your body, the freedom of speech, the freedom at work, the freedom to do the work you wish to do. And you already know that 4 is associated with Cancer energy, which is about the home, family, nurturing, healing, and the relationship you have with your mom, how you see yourself as a mom, and how you mother other people. Now, 1 and 4 adds up to be a 5. So let's talk about that for a moment. The number 5 in numerology is about change. Now, if you want freedom, like I said, if you want freedom, you have to be willing to do something different. It's like anything else. If you want to change something, you have to be willing to do something different. Same thing with freedom. 5 is also about being courageous enough to make the change. 5 is also about having fun. So when you make this change, you want to make sure you're having fun. You want to make sure you're having adventure in your life. Now, the number 5 is also associated with expression and creativity. So how can you have more creativity and more expression so you can have more freedom? Now let's talk about the number 5 in astrology, associated with the 5th house, Leo energy, which, interesting enough, Leo energy is associated with the sun. Now, when we talk about the sun energy, theoretically, solar plex. Solar plex is all about the yellow, trusting your intuition. And again, playfulness, expression, creativity, having fun, change. You got to change. You got to change in order to have freedom. God's in reverse, though. So pay attention. Pay attention to what it is you want freedom in, and what are you willing to do so you can have your freedom, and what are you willing to do to change so you can get that freedom. Does that make sense? I would love to see some hearts, some thumbs up on my Facebook page for those who are here following me. I would love to see that. Those who are watching on Twitter and YouTube, let me know how this is landing with you. Now, interesting enough, it's just about 18 minutes in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring all 3 cards come together and tell a story here, which I think it's possible. So before we dive into that, first off, let's talk about these 3 chakras that every one of us who are watching, whether you're watching live or replay, doesn't matter. The 3 chakras that I would like for you to work on this week, starting today, right through next Thursday, would be your root chakra, your heart chakra, and your throat chakra. Those 3 chakras for this week: root, heart, and throat. Get yourself grounded so you can feel more balanced and supported. So when you come into the heart energy, you can start healing the matters of the heart, and then you can start expressing yourself with more kindness, compassion, and love. So those are the 3 chakras. The 3 affirmations are domestic harmony, Reiki treatment, and freedom. So as you bring more harmony into your home, let's do it this way. As you realign your energy system, you'll have more harmony with you yourself, in your own home, your own body, and then that will expand out to your home, in your family. And then that will align more freedom for you to do the things you wish to do, because everything is more in harmony. When things are in harmony, everything seems to be lighter energy, and we feel more free in the things that we do. And the numbers again, we have 4. Well, actually, we have 22, which is a master number, which is the master builder. So this is definitely a week for you to be a master builder at changing your circumstances, being a master builder of changing your circumstance so you can have the freedom that you're looking to have in your household. And know that the double zeros are all about choices and potential. You have so many choices, and you have so much potential to do the work you need to do to change so you can have that freedom and the domestic harmony hand in hand. I love this. How about you? How is this all landing with every one of you? Let me know. Let me know how this is landing with every one of you. So I'm just going to check out some of the comments that's coming in on Facebook. So as I said, Rachel says she chose card number 2. So Rachel, please go ahead and redeem your 10-minute complimentary Reiki session. I'm loving that CJ Ives is here with me. That's a blessing. Anthony, thank you so much for watching. We had Susan Siegel and we had Jamie Moore here with me tonight. So I'm super, super excited for those who joined me this evening. I did get on a little earlier than usual. I got on about 8:45, which means I'm 15 minutes early. But it also means that I'm going to probably be finished early too, because that's our cards for the night. So again, one last look at them. The first card was Domestic Harmony, number 22, and Throat Chakra. 22 is a master number, and it's all about building a new foundation in your home. And that new foundation will be surrounded by how you express, but more importantly, how you listen. Learn the love language of every person who lives in your household. So this way here, you'll learn how to communicate with them without having a conversation. Because sometimes someone shows their love by what they're doing versus what they're saying. So really pay attention to that. And for those who chose card number 2, it is very important for you to redeem your 10-minute complimentary Reiki treatment within 24 hours so we can heal that heart chakra and whatever's associated with the heart chakra that needs healing. Card number 3 is about the root chakra, and it's all about freedom. The number 5 is about how you are willing to change something so you can have the freedom you're looking to have. But it's in reverse. So really pay attention to this. Where in your life do you need freedom? And where in your life do you need to change something so you can have that freedom? Because remember, guys, if you're looking to have freedom, but you're not looking to change anything, you're not looking for freedom too badly. The same thing goes if you're looking for a change, but you're not willing to change, how badly do you really want that change? That's the question to ask yourself. If you're looking to change your job, but you're not willing to change something so you can change the job, how badly do you really want it? If you're looking to move, but you're not putting energy out there to move, how badly do you really want it? It's really that simple. If you're looking to release weight, but you're not taking action to do that, how badly do you really want it? Your freedom is in your own hands, guys. Do the work to change, and you get the freedom. All right, that's a wrap. I thank you all so much for being here. I kept this just about 24 minutes. Yay, yay. Usually I get carried away, but I think tonight it was perfectly said, just as it needed to be. Those who will be watching on the replay, I would love to know which card you chose. And if you did choose number 2, remember to go ahead and redeem your 10-minute complimentary Reiki session. And you must do that within 24 hours. And that session, of course, will be scheduled up for some time this week, but you do need to redeem within 24 hours. If you wait 48 hours, it's no longer valid. It's a 24-hour period which you have to redeem that session. Otherwise, it's no longer valid. Rush, 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 rush. Remember, it's all about change, and it's all about healing. All right, guys. Remember, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and I look forward to connecting with you next week, probably at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And remember, you can find the card spread on Wednesday's evening into Thursday morning. Pick that one card that resonates with you and then come join me live right here, usually at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, for the insight, inspiration, and intuition. Have yourself an awesome rest of the night. Until next week, remember to work on your throat, your heart, and your root chakra. Bye-bye for now.